Okay folks, welcome to phase 3 of the pond upgrade. I've decided to install a pond filter. Now we've got a little pump here. Now please pay attention to the size of this pump. It's very small. I shall be referring to that later on. Water gets pumped up through this tube here, in through here. The lid comes off. Comes out in this little spray type mechanism. Okay, it drops onto this foam filter here. This takes out the solids, and then underneath we've got these little chaps here. Now I understand their function is for friendly bacteria to grow on, and this friendly bacteria conditions the water over time to that which is favourable for the fish. The water level rises up through here, and then comes out through here and back into the pond. Just wiring up the pump here. Seeing all these plumbing fittings reminds me of a story about a chap who installed a bath, a whole new bathroom in fact. He had a little bit of a technical issue, so he went back to the plumber's merchants. He said to the fella behind the counter, "Look, I'm having trouble filling the bath. It won't fill up." So the guy behind the counter says, "Have you put the plug in?" He said, "Oh, I didn't know it was electric." I thought it might be quite a good idea to give it a bit of a rinse out with some rainwater, just in case there's any release agent or anything on the plastic mouldings, or that foam. Can't do any harm, can it? I haven't thought this out very well, because the inlet's supposed to be the other end to the outlet, which it isn't. But this is only like a test to see how it like works. Well, I just switched it on. I can hear it filling up. We've got a little inspection chamber here. Oh, yeah, yes. Oh, look at that. We've got this sort of spray effect in there. Yes, that's jolly good, isn't it? It's going to take a while to fill up. Okay folks, it started to persistently... Oh, rain! Look, I've just seen it coming through. Look at that! Brilliant. In the instructions, they tell you to check for leaks. Now, it's going to be a little bit tricky, isn't it, because it's raining. Now, this might sound obvious, but if it is leaking, what it'll do, it'll just pump the pond dry, which would be fatal for the fish, wouldn't it? Yeah, now this is very, very interesting. Can you see this spider here? I'm going to pan back. In a minute I'll show you through a magnifying glass. Get a bit closer now, look. You can see there, as I step back, it's on the thoroughfare up towards the Trafalgar Terrace, as I call it. Just having a view through the old magnifying glass now. I think it does make a very small difference. Now the point I was making, or wanted to make, was the other day, in fact, do you know what, I reckon it was last night, I went up these steps to put some nuts out for the hedgehogs, and I accidentally walked through. I knew that spider was there, and I accidentally walked through it and completely wrecked it. And listen, look, it ain't 24 hours later, and he's built a completely... Well, actually, it's probably a she, isn't it? She has built a completely new, gigantic web. Goes from here to here. That's fantastic, isn't it? Well done, madam. I think she might even be eating a fly. Right, now from this aerial position, I can talk a few specifications here. Now, that pump, or that filter should I say, is designed to filter a minimum sized pool of 250 litres. Now my little tank down there, it's not a proper pool, is only about 160 litres, but I have got a substantially smaller pump than is recommended. Now the optimum is for the water to be changed every 2.5 hours. That, I presume, if the water's flowing too quickly or it's flowing too slowly, it doesn't give those friendly bacteria that I mentioned earlier time to condition the water. So all we can do is see if it works. It can't do any harm, can it? It'll aerate the water. Now, the other factor that I thought of about 18 seconds ago has completely gone out of my mind. Now then, oh yeah, I've just remembered what it was, and I can see on that shelf down there. In fact, we'll go to the lower level, and I shall film the lower shelf that I'm talking about. Just come down the steps, and I nearly walked through the web again. Go this way. Right, now then, this is the ledge I'm talking about here. It's got algae growing on it, and this tank has only been in for 1 week. Now, the factor I was going to mention up the top there was that once the temperature has dropped below 50 degrees Fahrenheit, not sure what that is in centigrade, algal growth will cease. So, seeing as we're coming up to winter now, the pump's not really going to be doing much to condition the water. But it's good to, I think it's really good it's all set up for next year, isn't it? Hey guys, just in case you're wondering what that trickling sound is, it's going to be your new quarters just up the road. So, just to recap, what's the function of this device? Well, it's going to clean and aerate the pool, which creates a better environment for the fish. It enables you to see your fish. In actual fact, what this filter will do, it will polish the water. It'll polish it. In fact, it'll sparkle like a Polish beer. How fantastic.